When you're a business owner, get to a point where business becomes more important than anything else. If you're self-employed, your business is your livelihood. If you don't work, you don't eat. I wanted to talk to you guys about my practical tips for managing stress. Let's get started. What is up, YouTube? It is Christine with Gauge Girl Training. I'm actually just about to hop into the gym for my workout. So I wanted to do a really quick chat with you guys. Welcome back to the channel. And I wanted to talk to you guys about my practical tips for managing stress. So let's get started. So since I have been hospitalized at the end of December, I have been counting the number of workouts I have been doing. I have this mirror in the gym in my house. It's like a full-length mirror. And I actually take this dry erase marker and I do like a hash mark every time I work out. And I have worked out a total of 29 times. It's really rewarding for me to see those hash marks. It's like me reclaiming my health back, reclaiming my sanity back. And it's just something really cool I've been doing. And I wanted to share with you guys some practical things that I have been doing that have been helping me better manage my stress. So I would definitely say the number one thing I have been doing, it's gonna sound so simple, is I have been sleeping more. I have been depriving myself of valuable sleep for a very long time. And there's times, don't get me wrong, where you need to like burn the midnight oil, but I would get to the point where at least 2-3 times a month I would pull all-nighters. And I've stopped pulling all-nighters. I've stopped doing that, oh, I'll be fine type thing. I have been allowing myself to go to bed earlier. And sometimes this is going to sound crazy. Sometimes I go to bed as early as 8 p.m. There have been nights where I have crashed at 7:30 just because my days can be so mentally draining as well as physically because I've been training at a higher intensity these days. But one of the number one things I've been doing is I have been sleeping more. I have been prioritizing my sleep and just minimizing that temptation to do more because I've been finding that if I have more quality restful sleep, my productivity during my waking hours is so much higher. So I could either drag ass for a couple more hours or I could just get more sleep and be like raring to go in the morning. So more sleep has been definitely one thing that's been really, really helping me manage my stress. Another thing that's been helping me manage my stress better is the power of drawing boundaries for myself. I have been that person for so long, like a yes person. I want to please everybody. I want to take on as much as I can. I want to be involved in everything. And the power of just saying no, of drawing boundaries, of just saying like, no, like I'm not going to take any more calls on the weekends. I am not going to take calls past a certain time of day. I try to concentrate my consults, for instance. I try to concentrate them during like working hours, but just because of overseas and like constraints, I've been going from like maybe 7 a.m. to 8:30, 9 p.m., but that's only on specific days of the week. Other things I've been doing to draw boundaries, I have just been saying no to things that I know I just can't handle, or saying later, or I've been doing a better job at being more firm with what I can and cannot do. So that looks different for everybody, but for me, it's just been drawing firmer boundaries. The next thing that I've been doing is I have been delegating. I have hired more help. It's the best decision I've ever made. I already have a team of 4 full-time employees. I added a 5th full-time employee as well as 3 contract employees to Gauge Girl Training. It has just made my life 90 million times better, and it's allowing me to do more of the things that I love. Like, I love doing YouTube videos, guys. I love doing YouTube videos. I miss being able just to have the mental clarity and freedom to really focus on my workouts, because when you're a business owner, for some of you who are entrepreneurs, you'll completely appreciate this. Get to a point where business becomes more important than anything else, and getting to those emails, attending to this, attending to that, putting out this fire, putting out that fire, to the point that, like, I'll wake up in the morning, my phone will be blowing up with all these notifications, and where I would want to just go work out or go do something, my first temptation and reaction is to dive into my emails, answer like these things or put out these fires. And when you get so used to that, because if you're self-employed, your business is your livelihood. If you don't work, you don't eat. It gets so hard to turn that corner to say, you know what, I have to take care of me first. So I've been delegating. I have a full-time customer service support staff at this point. I also am going to be adding a 1-800 number to Gauge Girl Training for just questions, because my phone just blows up. So that 1-800 number will be live in the next 5 to 7 business days, and I'll be posting it. So for those of you who just have questions, you can call the 1-800 number as opposed to my personal cell phone. And I'm actually going to be getting myself a private phone number as a result of just the volume. It's just the volume. So drawing boundaries has just been such a big thing, and delegating and all those good things. Tip 4, avoid self-destructive behaviors. I think this looks different for everybody, and I think we all have our vices. So for some it might be alcohol, for some it might be binge eating. We can go on and on and on about the level of self-destruction, and not going to go into detail on those things. Instead of choosing self-destructive, self-sabotaging behaviors, which I have my own vices, we all have our vices, I have been intentionally trying and doing everything I can to take out all of my stress and frustration at the gym. I've been forcing myself to like lift a little bit heavier, and when I'm at that, like, let's say I'm doing 12 reps, and when I'm at about that like 7th rep and it's burning, I just think of all of my stress and the things that piss me off, and I just take it all out on the weights. I swear, you guys, going to the gym has been like legit therapy and pushing myself harder. It's just, this isn't even for weight loss or fat loss or vanity. This is just to mentally survive and thrive. So avoiding self-sabotaging behavior and replacing it with a constructive behavior. The gym is one thing, but there's lots of other things that you can do. You could volunteer, you could help others. I find that when I focus my energy and intention on helping somebody else, as opposed to wallowing in my own stuff, like whatever it is, I'm just being very honest here, it helps me to just get through those rough patches, if that makes sense. Taking out my stress and frustration at the gym has just been, it's been great. It's been so great. And another thing that I've been doing that's been helping minimize my stress, I've been carving out more me time. I've been minimizing my social media time. I've been allowing myself to get back to things I truly love. One thing I love so much is reading. Month of January, I read like 5 books. I read about a book a week. I just love reading. I love reading. I love getting lost in a book, and there is nothing good on Netflix whatsoever, so I don't mind having that special time for myself to just get lost in something that I truly enjoy doing. Has just been truly minimizing my stress. I have my book. I have either a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. I grab one of my puppies and cuddle and just read a book. So if you guys want to know what my book recommendations are, please let me know, because I've been going through some really awesome novels that I've just been loving. Some have been better than others, but I'm an avid reader if those of you would like to see my book recommendations. My last tip is keeping good company. When I say keeping good company, you have to be really conscious and mindful, because misery loves company. I'm sure all of you guys can think of a friend or a family member or an acquaintance or just somebody you know that, you know, it's easy to just bitch together with somebody else who's got a lot of their own problems and drama in their life. And while it's nice to vent and nice to do all those things, sometimes I find that misery just loves company, and it's easy to be sucked down and feel just not better. Do you know what I'm saying? Not better, because it just perpetuates more of the same. So I encourage you to break free from that and try to be around people who are more positive and uplifting. I find as an adult female, I've said this before in some of my older videos if you guys have watched them, it's hard for an adult female to find quality friends in this day and age as an adult. Like, I just think it's just challenging. And if you are trying to get your shit together and you're trying to get your health together and just be on the up and up, I'd encourage you to join my Team Gauge Girl private accountability forum, because it's like instant friends. It's on Facebook, obviously, but it's a private group, and it's just a great place to be real, to see how real people are dealing with things. And if you can't go out and make real in-person friends, make some internet friends. I know that sounds so corny, but I've seen the most beautiful friendships form out of this group. They're just really nice ladies, real people, all trying to do the same thing. So if you want to join that group, it's only $4.99 a month. The link is below. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.